The defendant was on the wrong side of the field. He was under an awning, apparently to shield himself from the rain, but that was another team's bench, and he had no business being there. Even if he was from the same school, he had no business being there. This is a case where I'm not concerned about uh, the facts, because the facts have been conceded to by both sides. This confrontation, as you described, occurred, and the defendant in this case said he was scared something was going to happen to him. So, based on his fear, he stabbed this other boy in the chest. So, you've got two boys the same age. One of them's a football player. We saw him in the football uniform. And the other one, the defendant, was a football player who was captain of his football team. Now, the stupid cowards that are out there trying to justify what he did don't seem to get it. They start talking about he might have been hurt. Yeah, that's the point of a fist fight. You might get hurt, might get knocked out, might get a tooth broken, a nose broken, a jaw broken, cheekbone broken, all kinds of other stuff that can happen. That's why it takes men to deal with man on man, 1-to-1, fair fight, because you have the balls. Most people that I'm listening to now don't have the balls to do that.
Greetings from the east to north to south. In this wicked ass place. The topic: when the oppressed fight hard for the oppressor. The question: why you think the slave fights so hard for his master? Let's get into it. I am your host. I am the one.
Okay, here's what I think. Judge Joe Brown, as old as he is, he still don't understand the good Christian white man. The good Christian white man is the most violent man on this planet. And with a straight face, he's going to call us stupid cowards. No. What you do is you look at a person's history. If you go into battle, you study their history. Now, Carmelo Anthony is under a tent with a bunch of enemies. Do you really think that fight would be one-on-one? And you have your twin brother, 2, 3, 4 feet away from the whole altercation. You mean to tell me these good Christian white devils was going to fight one-on-one? You've got to be joking me. If I was in an incident with any of my family members, I'm going to jump in. I mean, that's common sense. Well, Joe, if you really want another TV show so bad, you're going to sell your soul, go ahead and do so. Human nature will let you know. A pack of wolves. You walk into a wolf pack. You mean to tell me that you're going to use, what do they call it? The rules of engagement. Oh, well, there's this one wolf over here, is 6 on the other end. But no, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the easy way out. I'm going to do it the most humane way. Look at America's history. This good Christian white man has never been humane. He's been barbaric, straight through. But now all of a sudden, they expect us to use the rules of engagement. No, you get in, you put the subjects down, and you get out. Look at special forces. They can hit you from 100 yards out. Pow. You're gone. They don't say, no, wait. Let's make sure he don't have no arms on him. Let's wait and let's see. No. You go in, you do the job, and you get out. Under no circumstances would that fight have been one-on-one? Fist fights, no way. If you look over a person's history, in this case, a race history, and you look over the things that they have done in the past, and you know the nature of this barbaric devil, you know in your mind that, hey, I got to do what I got to do. Look over their history, and with a straight face, Judge Joe Brown is going to call us stupid cowards. Okay, Joe, you can call me what you like. I don't care. I could care less. You have to do what you have to do to get the job done and go home. I've just seen a video about an hour ago. I've seen this good Christian white cop slam a young woman, and he kept beating her. The other officer came up and said, okay, I got it. No, he just kept on beating her. What did I hear? I didn't hear that one thing from Judge Joe Brown. But let one of his own kind do something like that. He will jump to defend his slave master. Whatever that movie is called, Django, I think it's called. I never could pronounce it right, but I remember the scene where Samuel L. Jackson just cried for his master, loved his master to death. You know what? I'm stone broke right now. I will be broke until the day that I die. But one thing's for a fact, I'm not going to sell my own kind out. I'm not talking about these YNs out here that's doing destructive things to the community. What I'm saying is my people. You don't have enough money to pay me to sell my people down the river. It ain't going to happen. I don't care about notoriety and the fame and all the money and this and that. No way. You don't have enough money for that. I must go face the Most High God. And the older you get, you know you coming close. The day of death is around the corner, as Tupac said. And I want to face the Most High with a straight conscience. But for Joe Brown to say, and I'm pretty sure he was a pretty good lawyer, so he know how this system works. And he know there's no justice here in America. He know that. But with a straight face, he will defend his master. And I'm a stupid coward. Well, you know what? I'll be that. I'll be that stupid coward. Hey, let's go to the next clip. Let's hear more of what this guy got to say. You know, it's disgusting to me. But let's go to the next clip.
And what happened, see, is that he became fearful, he says, and he stabbed him. That is dishonorable. That's disgusting. That is prime. No, that is just an example of cowardice.
All right.
And since everything has been admitted to, and it's an argument of law that I'm not part of, and I can lay it out, the law that is supposed to be applicable very quickly, I hope they really wreck him, because I am embarrassed that so many of these fools are trying to associate cowardice, dishonor.
What did he mean by, I hope they wreck him? What do you mean by that? You ever notice about the good slave master? They want justice for their master immediately. Now, the 400 years of oppression, what did Joe have to say about that? Now, of course, America aided Israel in killing Palestinians. They bombed women and children, as well as the men, innocent people. What did Joe have to say about that? He's not going to say one thing about Israel, those genocidal maniacs. I'll say it. America kills people at will. What about that? What about those innocent people? What about their long history of killing us? But somehow, a young 17-year-old, he's saying, I hope they wreck him. What a piece of I can't even say that word. I can't say that word. What a piece of garbage. I pray for Carmelo Anthony every night. I'm pretty sure he's going to catch pure hell. But I can guarantee you one thing. You look over the history of this country and all the things that they have done. I mean, if you look over the history of all of the killings that this country have done up to this very date, but somehow this man that he called himself a judge, hope they wreck him. What a piece of I can't even say that word. Thank you for watching. I'm your host. I am the one.